Forbes has revealed that the United States Federal Reserve backs XRP with $60,000. Yes, the price of XRP will be $60,000 because the US Federal Reserve is going to buy back $68 billion worth of Bitcoin and XRP. This is because they are going to start using XRP as the blockchain part of their FedNat payment system and will stop people from buying XRP in stores, making it only available through a partnership with Ripple Labs. Reports have revealed that this huge announcement and the cooperation with Ripple and the Federal Reserve might lead to something even bigger happening, which would cause a supply shock and send XRP's price up to between $10,000 and $35,000 in just a few months. And then, in the next 1 to 5 years, it will be worth about $100,000. This is the size of what we're going to witness. And it's all going to happen very swiftly overnight because $650 trillion will flow on June 27th, which is only a few weeks away. Before we get into the video, we need to let you know that we worked with Uphold to give everyone who watches this video free XRP, guys. It's free money that only takes 5 minutes to earn. To get up to $100 worth of free XRP, like the video, subscribe to the channel with 2 business vacations, and share the video. You also need to sign up for Uphold using the link in the description and make a purchase. But this deal can be for any quantity of money, from 1p to $1 to $10 to unlimited amount. But if you follow this simple procedure, you can obtain up to $100 in free money that you can use to buy XRP, Bitcoin, or any other cryptocurrency, or you can just take the money out for cash. So, once more, the whole thing takes less than 5 minutes. I'd give them a thumbs up, and then we can watch the video. The price of XRP is $2.24, but the real value could be far higher, in the tens of thousands of dollars. Forbes says that XRP will probably be worth more than $60,000 by 2030, which is more than Bitcoin. This isn't simply something that Forbes or any other big news organization is saying. Ripple's own CEO, Brad Curlinghouse, is also saying that Bitcoin will hit $200,000 by the end of the year. But it says that XRP, the genuine native token that Ripple is employing, will be worth more than Bitcoin because $654 billion will start to flow into the XRP ledger in a few days. But where is the $654 trillion coming from? So, after doing some research, I found out that the XRP ledger will open up a huge market on July 21st, just a few weeks from now. As a result, $654.390 billion USD jumped onto the XRP ledger. And of course, this is a huge step forward for the global real estate industry. With $650 billion coming on board the XRP line. Before we get into all the details, which we will, let's play the film so you can hear what Ripple CEO has to say about XRP, the unlocking of $650 trillion, and, most significantly, $200,000 per Bitcoin by the end of 2025. What price do you want Bitcoin to reach? Because Cardano blockchain founder anticipated $250,000 by the end of the year, as I indicated before. You know, I will guess what Bitcoin will do. I wouldn't make a guess about XRP, it's too close to home. But I don't think 200,000 is too much. I guess I've stated something like this before, like $1.75 or so. I think people don't realize how the United States, the world's largest economy, went from headwinds and enmity to tailwinds. And what do you think about how XRP works and how it compares to Bitcoin? So, you know, Bitcoin today, like we said before, it's been a successful experiment in many ways, but not when it comes to payments. Bitcoin's throughput is low, and it can take up to an hour to confirm a transaction. I remember Tavat indicated before that you won't be able to buy coffee with Bitcoin unless you want to wait an hour for the transaction to go through. The cost of the transaction would be rather significant though. So your Bitcoin, the main point is that money will move. The price of XRP will reach hundreds of dollars. Let's perform some elementary math right now. If we put $654.390 billion into the market cap alone, which is what we are about to do, We are talking about $11,000 plus each XRP, and this may happen right away, even overnight. But the truth is that the Federal Reserve wants to get on board, and retail is about to be limited. This will cause quadrillions of dollars to flow into the market cap, which could make XRP worth more than Bitcoin, which is worth more than $100,000 per XRP. But look at this, folks, because this is where you can turn thousands of dollars into millions of dollars. Yes, and this is the real token. It's clear that RealFi's ecosystem is based on two major tokens, the Real Token and XORP. The Real Token came out around 3 weeks ago, and based on our research, it could easily reach over $65,000 overnight with just 1% of the $654.390 trillion USD that they're expecting to bring in with the acceptor letter. So just 1% of it would make the Real Token go up to 65,000. And you might be wondering how much a Real Token costs right now. Right now, it's at 2 cents. The price of a Real Token is 2 cents. In other words, you could really become a multimillionaire. If you had $1,000 in genuine tokens, you might very quickly make millions of dollars. And this can really happen again in a matter of hours, days, or even weeks. We may see the price go up from 2 cents to $10, and then from 10 cents to 100,000, 60,000, which is very possible since there isn't much supply and a lot of people are doing it. The total number of XRP tokens is 100 billion. Real Token has a total quantity of 1 billion, but you can only get roughly 65 million of them in Phase 1, which is nothing at all. It might go up a lot, very rapidly, even more than $65,000. And guys, there isn't much resistance, and there are very strong support levels. Which is great to see, because you want to see support levels here. And they've earned a huge bullish ring. I mean, they have a 100% bet X score, which means they're a low-risk bet for the top 3 holders. There are more than 1665 wallets. Thus, their wallets are minimal risk. They did a huge pump. But folks, look at this chart. Check this out. We received a huge pump here, but we've seen this one trait before, this huge pump. And if you look closely, you'll see that there was a pump followed by a retracement. What did we see here? You have the pump, then the pullback, and then the small breakout happens before the huge stratospheric breakout that we are in right now. Guys, we're about to see a huge bullish breakout. In my perspective, I think it's going to hit hundreds of dollars, not thousands, since there isn't much of it, and there will be a lot of demand for it. This is going to make the price of the genuine token go up a lot. And obviously, as we approach closer to July 21st, when the money was supposed to be made available, we're going to see a huge pump. This is probably going to happen like the big break on June 21st or July 21st. But I do think we were going to see a small breakthrough, like the one we have here. So we're going to witness a breakout. The first phase breaks out, then it breaks out again and hits the pickup, which is worth thousands of dollars. So, the earlier you get in, the more money you could make. But, as I said, I'm not a financial advisor. It is not a financial advisor. I usually conduct research, but this is just my